Greetings, Pokefans! Zack Attack here. And today we're going to be going over some of my later matches that I did between this episode and the last one that I recorded um, for an interview with the coach. We got 4 matches we're going to talk about today and what I was thinking about when prepping for them, as we normally do, and what I could have done differently, if anything. We're first going to start with ODO Season 2, Week 2 against Deadly Rose. Now, Deadly Rose has got a lot of a better team than a lot of people give her credit for. Her team is like the biggest sleeper going into this season, but it is so incredibly bulky, and a lot of us found out the hard way, myself included. Really, um, it wasn't that difficult of a matchup. Like, the matchup was in my favor. The only issue was that there was so much bulk on the other side that it was gonna be pretty hard to break. My strategy was to have Curum, Alolan Sand Slash, um, and Shaman like break early and try and punch holes in that team. And Lands was the one punching most of those holes. Like, my Alolan Sand Slash was going stupid against these people. Thanks to Glow King getting up like snow and stuff, I was able to outspeed and take most hits. And Donphan was able to come in and take care of the 2 Pokemon that were weak to ground on that team. And then Uni was able to come in and clean house. There's one thing I could have done differently, and that was preserve the differential, because I won 3-0. I could have won 6-0 if I didn't get too greedy. Definitely could have won that battle 6-0. But I got too greedy. I did. I really did. Setting up Sand Slash in front of the Bishop was a terrible mistake. And that was the main reason. And then not switching out Donphan against Uni to Uni, because the Ditto was on the field and was just spamming Earthquake. It was gonna do that. I knew that was coming, but it was like, is it going? It could click Smackdown for all I know. I don't know. So it was like, Besides Hurricanes, the whole plot armor thing, I'm like, I'm not doing this. I probably could have just Terra Watered and Terra Blasted. But I was like, I don't think I want to, because I don't want to lose Uni and then accidentally throw away this battle. So I was just clicking Hurricane, and I landed the third one, but not the first 2. So, yeah. But we won, so who cares? And then MDO Week 6 was probably my favorite matchup that we're going to talk about. I didn't really do much of anything wrong. I could have played with Honchkrow a little bit better than what I did, but I beat Zachmander, so like, there's really nothing to talk about. I won. I beat him. How? Cryogonal. Oh yes. You heard me right, people. Cryogonal. Oh my. So my strategy going into this battle was Scarf Mean Shower for Scarf of Bostif. I had Honchkrow for Tailwind support, as well as Sucker Punch. I had Klefki for screens. I had Swampert for rocks and some Endura Custap shenanigans. What was the other one? I had Skeldurge for just to punch holes and some stuff. and then I had a Cryogonal. And this Cryogonal was so evil. Oh, man. So, the Cryogonal set was this 148 Modest with Expert Belt and Special Attack. The 148 Special Attack. Max Fizz Def. And instead of putting the remaining in HP, I put the remaining in Speed. That was a blunder on my part. But I fixed that for my Week 7 battle, which we'll talk about next episode. But yeah, that team, that cryo was just so good into that matchup because my cryo was Terra Ground. At that time, 7 of Zach Maynard's Pokemon were weak to the stab combination of Ice and Ground. So I was like, epic ball. So if I had Terra Electric for that battle, or like Terra Ghost, I might have run that instead. Electric for no weaknesses and Ghost for just Cerule Edge. But I didn't want to know with Poltergeist, and I didn't have Terra Electric. I didn't have either Terra. Because I did have Terra Ghost, but I changed it at the beginning of the season for Steel, which I don't regret making to this day. And then I think this would have been the only battle where Electric would have been good. But Ground was just so free. It was just so free. And then my Ground type was Swampert, who was not good in this battle, and I needed a good solid Ground type. Like I said, Swampert was a suicide Pokemon, and he got knocked out turn 1. Didn't even get a chance to get Rocks up. So, yeah. Not. If I would endured there, I could have gotten the Rocks up for free. But I don't think it would have mattered. I don't think it would have mattered that much. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. I feel like I could have won for sure. I feel like I did win, but I feel like I could have done a little bit better for sure. There were some plays that I was questioning that I made, like the Honchko plays. Did I play? Did I was I not evil enough of Cryo? Should I have went for Recover on the Mudsteel instead of the Plot Armor Ice Beam that I did and got? Honestly, I don't think I would have changed anything because a win's a win. A Rose for sure, because differential. But I would have won that game 1-0 anyway. So I don't think there would have been a single play I would have made differently. So for sure, that was a really good battle. I got my ZDL Vengeance, but we move on to our next battle, which was ODL Week 3. And ODL Week 3 was against Sarah. I also could have won that game 6-0, had a Reserve Skuntank. But I didn't make a single misplay that battle, and I won that game 5-0. So, yeah, I didn't make a single bad play. The only bad play was letting Skuntank go down. But outside of that, I didn't really have a bad play. So, I just swept through that thing with Kyurem and Kilowattrel. Beauty's a buzz. Mr. Freeze is the GOAT. What do you want me to say? Yeah, that battle was too easy. That battle was just chef's kiss. And then she made team changes literally right after our battle. So, whoops. And she got her first win. So, I mean, hey, whatever works, right? Whatever freaking fracking works. Now for my next game, the final game we're going to talk about this episode was ZDL quarterfinals. ZDL was, I feel like I could have won that battle against Zach Mander, I'll be honest, if my prep was better. I honestly might challenge him to a friendly battle with a revamped version of that team. Because here's what I was initially thinking. He's going to bring hyper offense. Let me bring bulk. That was a terrible idea. There were some brings that I don't regret bringing, like Toxicity Choice Band. But I think like it was Shift Gear instead with like speed to outspeed Scarf Me Out Scarada after one Shift Gear. I would have brought that instead. Ninetales should have been sped prep for Kyurem. Chi-Yu should have been sped prep for Kyurem and possibly Scarfed. Now the Iron Treads and Conquavel sets, those were, easy. Those are, not changing. And then the other set that I brought, because I should have spec for Chi-Yu, made it Scarf. So I should have spec for a little with Ninetales. Should have spec with Toxicity and made it Shift Gear. And then the other Pokemon that I had, whose mind is escaping me right now. Oh, Mudsdale. Yeah, Mudsdale, that set wasn't changing. Yeah, so if I would have made those three sets a little bit better, I feel like I could have had a better chance in fighting Zachmander. Honestly, I'm going to be honest, that Sludge Wave probably still kills my Chi-Yu, but I mean, at the very least, I still, outspeed / destroy it. So, anywho, yeah, so that was fun. That's fun. That's great. I also could have focus ashed Chi-Yu and just spec up from Kyurem that way. Trying to get some nasty Dark Pulse flinches. I don't know. Yeah, but Hatters would have ruined my day for sure on Skarmory. For sure. I feel pretty good about my team, though. I feel pretty good. I didn't make much mistakes with it in prep. It's just that if I had those three big changes, that I feel like I could have done better. Probably still would have lost. But at the very least, it would have been a better game from me. So, yeah, that I don't really know. I don't really know. Because if the Venom Moth was cleared out of the way, Quaquaval just won. Quaquaval just won there. So there's still a chance I would have won. I don't know. It's really tough to say. Oh, and I should have put Encore on my Ninetales instead of Freeze Dry. So, yeah. Not great. Definitely not great, but I mean, hey, well, what more can you do? What more can you possibly do? So, yeah. It was a crazy, crazy game. I did drop Bramble Gas in my on my MDL team for Drifblim because I just was not using Bramble Gas at all. I will admit Bramble Gas and the Zach Parrot probably would have been okay, but I don't think it would have been that good. So, because guys got a whole Grumpig on the other side. So, yeah. But Drifblim's going to be a nice Pokemon to use Flare Boost on Burden, Aftermath with Boots. Different strategies, different techs I can use. But yeah, that's going to be all from me. I am your But yeah, I feel pretty good. We'll talk about some of our other matchups that we'll be having, or have already had at this point of recording. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna peace out. And I am your coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. My name is Zach Attack. I hope you all have a glorious day, and I will most certainly see you all on the flip side. Peace.